When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome to the Rose Bowl, home to the UCLA Bruins. As we'll see a squad from the Pac-12, a crew looking to make a statement. Taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the UCLA Bruins. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. And the Bruins will kick it away to start us off. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Here's the handoff. Breaks into the open. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. The 40. The 20. Inside the touchdown.
And these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive. At this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Bruins offense will get the ball for the first time. And the heart of this team clearly rests on the offensive line, a group of maulers, David, who take pride in what they do.
Man, I think if you're a coach, you take pride. Like, it starts up front. Like, you win and lose games with physicality, and they lean on all the big fellas up front, the hog mollies, the big uglies, the most unselfish players on the field.
It's old school, man. We're in an era of college football where it's up-tempo, spread, air raid. Games are still won and lost, though, in the trenches. And because this is one of the best offensive lines in all of college football, that is a huge advantage this offense takes into each and every game.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Knocks it out of the air. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there. They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. It's complete on the right side. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. Guys, let's talk a little UCLA. They've climbed into the top 25. Nothing has been given to these guys, but they're quickly becoming a problem for everybody else.
Well, they are, and they earned that number beside their name. They've played really, really well. The question is now, can you keep it? David, how many times in the past have we seen a team outside the top 25 finally get ranked and then get blown out the very next week?
And there's not a lot of difference between 25 and 45. A lot of times, so many people close together. So earn that ranking and try to keep climbing.
Wide open downfield. Offense on the move. off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires to the big fella. Turning it on. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
They'll give it to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
I like the play call on offense. I like you trying to get the running back involved in the pass game, too. Defense was ready for that one. Let's see what you've got dialed up on third.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. And on fourth down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. Visualizing the right ball flight from 39 yards out in the right hash. Right down the boulevard. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. He'll bring it out. It's Madden. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Now this offense is back on the field. Quarterback making adjustments. They'll try to get outside. Makes it past the marker. He's now up to 104 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. They really got things moving on this drive. Second play of the drive comes from the 37. Keeps looking downfield. He can't find anybody. It'll be incomplete as the defense does a really good job in coverage. Backed up now. Here's second and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
Yeah, these are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. We don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season. And these teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired, but you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to matter. There was going to be a lot on the line. Now it's time to go out and prove you're the better team.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back. Ten, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes he's 3 to 4 yards.
Oh, he's got some space. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Wants to go up top on first down. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job. Leading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will.
Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Bringing the heat. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And they'll get him down after a solid return. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And we'll see the offense make its way onto the field here, hoping for a successful drive. This time he doesn't get loose and final. Defense gets him bottled up behind the line. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Quarterback may change this route. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the 2nd. They feed him again. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Shoots it to the left. Got him downfield. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a 1st down.
Man, that's a really nice job executed by this offense. 3rd down, defense expecting pass. They had a plan. Quarterback drops back, gets rid of the football. Nice job.
And he's in for the touchdown.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-3. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 25 clash today. Michigan has the lead right now, but it hasn't come easy for the folks in Ann Arbor. They're in a tight one. They're up by 4 over Penn State. We'll let you know if anything else comes out of Big Ten country from this one, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. That one's going to keep him awake tonight as he just missed it.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
Gets it out to the 20 after a pickup of 4. So 3rd and short from inside the 20. You convert here, and this drive takes on a different complexion. Motion from the back. From the gun on 3rd down. That's caught. It's Shaw. He'll have the 1st down as he gets it to the 28-yard line before he stopped. And the Bruins come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Trying play action. Lost one deep down the right side. He's got it inside the 15.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And now this offense will take the field again. You want to talk about answering each other's score. That's what we have going on right now, Jesse.
Yeah, and this offense, it's been impressive just seeing how well they've been executing, too, because they're playing with a sense of urgency, David. They know they've got to go score a touchdown every time they take the field.
It's like a tennis match. You're just trying to break serve at some point, just back and forth. Both offenses having a lot of success in this football game.
Sends it back in motion. Here they're trying to get it to the edge. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. Try to get it to the edge. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. They've got it at the 41, third and short, trying to keep the chains moving. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. They're in their own territory, but they only need a few edges, and this is why you have a prominent jawline and an urgent resolve. They'll go for it. They stop him short. They'll turn it over on downs.
And what a job by this defense. Early in the game, you want to set the tone. You want to set your offense up as much as you can. And here in the first half now, giving the ball back to them on their side of the field, shutting the fourth down conversion down, sending a message to this offense.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Finds his man down the middle. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. The Bruins lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. Tries to surge ahead on the sneak. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on third down. It's fourth down, and they can make the field goal from here, but it looks as if they're going to leave the offense out there. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. Leaves it with the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They got nothing on the last play. It's second and 10. Back to pass. Makes the grab. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move. Now on first down from the 43-yard line.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. They'll snap it from the 48 on third and short. Looking to throw for it. Unloads to the wideout. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
And think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last.
There he goes. And he's into the end zone for a touchdown.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner will be brought down. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Not quite in rhythm there, incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
And he's brought down after a nice gain. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. To the air on first down. Working on the right. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Looking downfield on first down. He hurls one deep down the left side. It's complete. He gets it in. Touchdown, Bruin.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole... The comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And now the offense will come onto the field again. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you...
He's loose on the left. Across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the 48. An explosive play gets this offense working. They'll have it at the 49, just across midfield. First and 10. Quarterback making checks. Lost a throw on first down. That's reeled in. It's Slater. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. They'll try to snap it quickly. Lost a throw. He's working against the clock. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And that defender was just smothering the quarterback on that screen attempt. You know, the QB's taught to hold on to it to the last possible second. He had no shot trying to negotiate that defender.
On third and short, they'll try to convert through the air. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. We got a timeout here. First half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And here comes the punt team. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Gets it away, good distance, but more importantly, just the direction he wanted. UCLA will go back to work on offense. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it in halftime too, Palmer. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
Yeah, nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Leaves it with the back. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. And the Bruins will call on their punt team. First one of the day is booted away. They ran him out there 4 times in the victory last week. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Here comes the offense back onto the field. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead, Paul.
Yeah.
He holds it in, and nobody's close. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Looking to throw on first down. He turns that loose down the right side. He's stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11.
And you see more and more of this in college football, finding your playmakers in space, whether it's a receiver, a tight end, or in this case, a running back, way down the field. Get him isolated, find your matchup, and how about the running back turning into a receiver?
They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. They've really got this offense humming. Just the 4th play of the drive, and it's 1st and goal. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Quarterback sneaks it ahead. The Sneak scores it.
Man, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
And they did tack on the extra point. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Under a minute to play here in the first half, and the offense will take a knee, and that is how we'll wrap up the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. He'll put total leather and get this second half started. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up. You told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
Defense in press coverage. quickly out to the tight end. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. The Bruins will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Offense in a bunch formation. The toss sweep to the right. Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to believe the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to
send it downfield. Man, they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down.
Third and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
Tries to get it on the ground. And that decision will be... for a while.
And listen, obviously, at this area of the field, it's a question, it's a debate whether or not you go for that on fourth down. At the end of the day, though, I think this coach believes in his own playmakers, and he's got guys on offense that he feels can make a play in that type of situation.
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
This defense will bring pressure from the linebacker level, from the cornerback level, free safety level, and the strong safety level. They're bringing it from all over the field.
And the Bruins have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Got his man in the middle. And they're able to get him on the ground. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Got it, looking for the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
A spectacular one-hand grab. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. 1st and goal, and this feels like their chance to make a game of it. Use the play fake, now to throw. Looking for the score. And he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity, but it's incomplete.
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football, and you saw that there on the incompletion.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. They just keep firing. Into the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Man, I like the response by this defense. They've given up some yards, gotten all the way down here near the goal line, but 2 straight plays, 2 straight incompletions, now forcing a third down. They'll be happy to get out of this drive with just 3 points.
Another incompletion on third down. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. Right on target the first time. Now he'll try another from 24 yards out. Absolutely perfect. That That'll make it a one-possession game. The lead is 8. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup today. Georgia was like a 65-man mute button. They went on the road and silenced one of the most vocal crowds in football. And it's clear this Dogs team has adopted the mantra, let your play do the talking. Sure happened today. An SEC clash and
Breaks into the open. Ridden out of bounds at the 45. A big play for this offense. That big explosive play carries them into plus territory. They'll snap it 1st and 10 from just across the 50. Might be calling a hot route. Running to Green.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. Finds his tight end. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's 1st down. New set of downs after the completion. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take... Let him be checked out. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. The run from the shotgun. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run.
And that's a 1st down for the offense.
This quarter off with a touchdown right here. Dumps it off in the flats. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. They moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. They'll try to pass their way in. And this one will be stopped for no gain. We have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. On 3rd and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
After that incompletion on 3rd and short, it's going to be an interesting decision for the head coach because I know he believes in his guys to go get it here on 4th down and pad the lead. But if you kick a field goal, you make it a 2-possession game here in the 2nd half, and I think that's... decision.
They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. The Bruins are backed up. They can feel the shadow of their own goalpost and trying to create some room. From the gun, running back on the move. Find some room, and that's what you want to get away from the goal line. A 5-yard pickup out to the 6. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. From the gun, the ground game. Not much to show for it. This defense has kept them bottled up all day. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And guys, they're not going to give up on picking up the 1st down, but they also need some breathing room for the punter. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down.
8-yard line. Offense facing 4th down.
And the Bruins line up to punt it away.
On to punt it away.
So from his own end zone, the punt is away. He'll call for the fair catch here. So we'll see this offense make its way out to start the drive. Grab behind the line. It's Slater. Trying to hit him with a quick game on 1st down, and nothing doing there. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Quickly to the tight end. And that had all the makings of neat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the 1st? Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the catch. It's Woods. Turning it on. Finds the finish line for the touchdown. You can see it on the sideline. They built a comfortable 4th quarter lead, and they know they're going to go 11-0. And the extra point splits the uprights, and the lead balloons to 15.
When these offenses get in a rhythm, they're hard to stop. Already up early, got a short field, take advantage of it too, get another touchdown. This offense is doing whatever they want to do and having a lot of success.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. UCLA will go back to work on offense. Things have not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. They stop him after a 6-yard run out to the 24. The Bruins with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Gives it on the option. Dragged down at the 30 after a 5-yard gain.
And you know what? The best 3rd down offenses don't get the 3rd down. Really good job by the offense running the football. You could tell the defense got caught a little bit off guard. Got a nice gain, popped one, got a 1st down.
He lost one down the sideline. And he'll pull it in inside the 20. And he'll go down after a huge gain and picking up the 1st down. And the Bruins come to the line with a new set of downs. They're going back to the ground. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. They could have used a little bit more there. Picked up a 3. It's 3rd and 7. The Bruins want to move quickly. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Right on the money. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Trying to find the end zone. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, UCLA. Well, this receiver is making this passing attack look like it's going against air.
No doubt, it does. It looks like it's on air. I tell you what, you got to find a way to rough this guy up a little bit. Be physical. Make sure he takes a toll instead of all these big plays he keeps making. Make him tired, physically dent him a little bit, make him have to work a little bit harder than he had.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Out comes the offense as they get set to take over. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference.
Oh, he's got some space. He's at the 20.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
They'll run it to keep the clock moving. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The give out of the gun. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. He's got him in the flat. And he'll run out of bounds just short of the goal line. Wanted to get it in, but couldn't quite get home. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. After getting knocked back, it's 2nd and goal from the 4. To the ground with the back. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on 3rd down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play up tight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counterpunch and attack this defense?
He's a tough, crafty back, but he couldn't find his way to the marker, and it'll be 4th down.
Yeah, not enough movement up front. You got to be a little bit more physical with this offense, but now it's 4th and 1. Another opportunity. You go for it there, you pick up some yardage. Now you made it a little bit short. Now this offense has really got to get physical.
Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards.
Encroachment defense.
Penalty is on the D. I guess the good news is it didn't lose much ground because there's not much left. They already have the lead, but they will go for the knockout punch here in the 4th quarter on 4th and goal. He'll sneak it and try to surge forward. Sneaks it in. That's what finishing the deal looks like. Build the lead in the 4th quarter and close in on 11 straight victories.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. Fires to the big fella. He'll be stopped at the 27, but picks up 10 on that one. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Wants to go up top on 1st down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
Well, the windows right now to throw into are getting smaller and smaller. How about the defender that time breaking on the ball? It was the hit that caused the incompletion.
2nd down, he'll throw it. This time he's got his man. That's the kind of play. really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. He'll spike the ball to try to save every precious second he can.
No gain on the play. Brings up second down.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Looking to fire. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
Well, the quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
Throwing right. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Got to give this defense a lot of credit because even down to the last seconds in this football game, we're seeing outstanding effort. QB taking a shot down the middle of the field. There's a defender swatting it away. They have had this quarterback's number all game long, and that's why they're winning this game.
There he goes. Smashes through the tackle. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line. They convert the fourth down, but back to the line with no time to waste.
QB spikes the ball to stop the clock.
Working well behind the sticks on second down.
Second down coming up.
Wants to go up top. Swings it out to the flat. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this third down play. Clock running. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. Well, the defense didn't get caught napping there. In this situation, you know they have to stay alert for the deep ball.
Yeah, so what defense am I going to call? I'm going to keep some DBs back deep. I'm going to keep my safety a little bit deeper, understanding they're down. They're going to have to attack down the field. I'm going to stick to my passing sets, my nickels, my dimes.
He takes the knee, and the undefeated season continues. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game, possible upset, two really good teams. Jesse, they made it clear. There's only one really good team. It was them. They were the favorite, and they just made a point of it.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equal. One of these teams is a college football playoff contender. The other simply is not. And that demonstrated itself today. The higher-ranked team is a team with national championship aspirations. They've got so much talent. They look good today.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.